Hello and welcome to this Warcraft replay. This is going to be the first of a best of 3 series from the WCA Group B matches. We are going to have this Undead vs Night Elf matchup. This is the final match series, I would say, of Group B. The other one, which was, I believe it was CoolXian versus Colorful. Yeah, we don't have that, so when this is over, we will go on to Group C, which will have the group of humans, I guess you could say. So anyway, Fantafiction spawning in as the red undead in the bottom left. He will be going... we can't really tell just yet. It is, of course, the opening minute, so... yeah, I'm gonna assume it's pretty much the same stuff we see from the many games that he's played against Night Elf players, because his, like, group is consistent of Night Elves anyway, so Mass Ghouls, Death Knight, and then maybe transition into that Graveyard for the Crypt Fiends and all that good stuff. So Demon Hunter coming out for CoolXian. He will be going for, I believe, Ancient of War Creeping, which is over here at this Ogre Warrior camp. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Sadly, he is the green Night Elf player in the top right, so it is going to be rather difficult to spot out his color in this particularly greeny map, I guess. Thank God it's not Terran Stands or anything like that, where it's like completely green. So I guess gotta give credit to most likely Fanta for picking Last Refuge, even though Last Refuge has pretty much been on every single game or series in this Group B. I'm actually gonna put down the volume on my headphones here. It's actually really loud. Hopefully it's not gonna be that bad for you guys in the video. I'm pretty sure like the volume settings are separate when it comes to rendering and of course just listening to it, so I'm gonna assume that's gonna happen. So Death Knight first, have yet to see which ability he picks up as his first ability. Then again, it could just be Death Coil. That's just the safest thing to assume since we have yet to see any auras coming out for the Death Knight. And of course, if he tosses Death Coil, then yep, there goes the indication. Wand of Illusion will be used as a scouting tool. Of course, it's also, I believe, a great enabler to start the mercenary camps as well, because you can just use those illusions to tank. So, able to spot, it is going to be a Demon Hunter to face off against. Rejuvenation Potion and the Gloves of Haste has been picked up. Fanta is just going to go after this Overseer camp, however, despite getting the Wand of Illusion. I guess he just wants that quick level 2 before, I guess, deciding on anything else. So Tier 2 has started for CoolXian. Don't see any Hunter Souls, so I can't imagine us seeing a second Ancient of War either. The Hunter Soul most likely will just be synchronized with the Tier 2 completion. I believe Fanta's also started Tier 2, which he has indeed. So yeah, a little off-topic stuff, because I usually do that in my videos anyway. I haven't casted in a long time because I was just trying to prepare for the last week before going to break. And of course, preparing means preparing for tests and all that. So I'm not gonna go into how I performed. So let's just forget about that. But I will say that I will try to, I guess, keep level with the uploading to, I guess, every 3 days or so. I'm pretty much been doing that for a while now, so hopefully, you know, no longer than that. Death Coil, pretty long distance Death Coil there. It almost seemed comical as it like almost came out of nowhere, but oh well. The Demon Hunter is actually going to probably struggle staying around as he is pretty low in terms of health. He does have the Rejuvenation Potion, however, so he will be able to utilize that if he wants to. He can also pick up a Shadow Priest, assuming he has the resources. He does. Probably will do that. Maybe Berserker as well, since Berserker is just so much better compared to archers. Death Knight looming around very, very close by. Level 3 will be gained for the Demon Hunter. He will be getting himself the Rune Braces, which is a very good item against Undead, because Undead seems to have a lot of burst in their hero selection. Particularly if you're not going Warden, I believe. I don't think you would go Dark Ranger against the Demon Hunter. I think you'd still go Naga Sea Witch, despite, you know, that very bad matchup, but still. Naga Sea Witch most likely third hero coming out for Fanta. We shall see. The Panda is out as the second hero of Xian, so he will be able to bring a lot of AoE into this game. Won't do too well when destroyers get into this battlefield. The Panda kind of falls under the predicament of the Warden, where destroyers can't really be targeted by your spells. But the thing is, the Warden can actually offer the Avatar Vengeance, meanwhile Panda not really. It's even more difficult to get to level 6 as well, since you are a second hero. Oh, very close on that death coil there, but she is still gonna get taken out. Pretty unlucky in that part for Xian to body block his own archers. Level 3 Death Knight versus level 3 Demon Hunter. Thankfully the Death Knight hasn't fallen too behind. He's just a little bit a ways away from the Demon Hunter himself. Tier 3 is halfway there, and the Lich has started for Fanta. The Slaughterhouse has also started as well, so we shall be seeing that those statues come out very soon. No Crypt Fiends just yet for Fanta though. I guess he is struggling a little bit in lumber, but he should catch up very soon. He has a lot of gold at least, so he can produce from both of those production buildings very easily. Ogre Warrior Camp will be cleared out. Surprised that he's not leaving these like very minor camps to, I don't know, the Lich himself. Instead he is giving the experience over to the Demon Hunter. Ghoul probably could have gone for a surround there on the Demon Hunter, maybe force a TP Scroll, maybe TP Staff at the very least. But Fanta in fact was, I guess, a lot more scared about losing his own ghouls than burning resources off of that Demon Hunter. And of course the the Death Knight was pretty low on mana, so wasn't able to offer any of that healing. So Demon Hunter is gonna, I guess, catch up a little bit of those skeletons, which were most likely going after harassing wisps, but pretty difficult to do that since wisps are inside those trees, so melee units can't actually reach them. It's very difficult to spot the wisps around the map. There's one over here and there's another over here. Moonstone has been activated, so I always find it interesting when Moonstone gets activated, because it kind of tells your opponent that you're using a lot of Moonwells, so I guess it's kind of a window, or I guess it's just indicative of like, oh, that guy's mass farming or something like that. I don't know, it's just how I see it. Orgamola will be taken out, complementary to the Ancient of War. The item is an Ankh of Reincarnation, so that is pretty good, I guess. Couple of nifty items get dropped from the Orgamola, in fact. Book of the Dead is the most vivid to me. Ankh, I guess, is the second one. Yeah, I don't remember too many of those items from the Molar, in fact. Trying to remember if the health and mana stones get dropped from it. Probably does, since it is a high tier consumable item. I think Potion of Divinity as well, maybe. I'm just guessing here at this point. Rune Braces doing its best to try and mitigate the Frost Novas being tossed out there. The Demon Hunter he's just watching, man. He's not doing much. Okay, a second mana burn, so the Lich is in fact out of mana. Oh, the Crypt Fiend. Wow, very close. I guess that is the downsides of having such a slow moving projectile. It allows your opponent to regen enough health, so yeah, pretty lucky on the Demon Hunter. If I was playing, I would have in fact maybe popped that invulnerability potion because I didn't want to risk that like really badly. So I'm not sure if it's lucky or just calculated from Xian. I'm gonna say lucky. So we're already at 2 statues here for Fanta. Is he going for a third? He is indeed going for a third. So no meat wagons because, well, Xian hasn't actually really opted to going for any expansions. So no meat wagons were needed. Ogre Lord gets taken out and he is going to drop plus 12 claws of attack. So pretty good for a late game Demon Hunter. We shall see if it actually gets kept, because we rarely see claws of attack being kept these days. Like even liches opt to sell their own claws of attack just for that added gold. But in this case, we have Fanta actually have 2 +6 claws of attack there. Cloak of Flames has also been picked up as well, so it's kind of a little deterrent against, I guess, every sort of melee unit that Xian actually has. It's not really gonna do much, I guess, because these units are pretty high health, so I guess it's just, I don't know, added value in terms of damage, I guess. But other than that, I don't see too much use for that particular item. We have Boneyards out for Fanta as well. Have yet to start production on any Frost Rooms because, well, he's sticking to no upkeep for now. Okay, now he has started Frost Rooms. So, I mean, he spotted Xian maybe starting an expansion here. Do we see any Wisp being brought over? Yes, we do. So, should assume that expansions will be coming out. This is obviously a window for Fanta to monopolize off of. So, we shall see. Sea Turtle in the bottom right gets taken out. I don't actually remember the items that get dropped here. If any item. Doesn't look like it. I think it was just a tome. Or this item. So Devotion Ore is up in this game. Definitely an item that I could see being sold because +1 armor is not that beneficial. I mean, it could probably be beneficial for those destroyers and frost rooms maybe, because they are pretty badly armored. We shall see a backdoor here from Xian, but Fanta pretty much guessed this would happen because he did have the shade spot that, and Xian, well, he's not going to enjoy that too much. I believe Xian was trying to go for that preservation trick, where if you load up all your units and preserve right before your unit gets picked up, the Zeppelin will indeed be preserved with the preserving unit. I know it's really funky and weird. Science of Warcraft has that video, which is pretty cool. It is very difficult to do under pressure though, so I guess that's why it didn't work out too well. Of course, the Zeppelin was being focused down by all those air units anyway, so yeah. Definitely can't blame him for not getting that little trick going. Level 5, level 4, Death Knight and Lich. It doesn't seem like we're having a third hero anytime soon. Item. I have no idea what the item was. It probably was this +9 claws of attack, so +26 total for the Lich. And of course, he does have the armor reduction with the Orb of Corruption as well. So that's a pretty hard-hitting Lich, in fact. And Fanta is going to go on the offensive. He is going to go after those Moonwells there. Xian would definitely love to use all of those moon juices before the moon wall actually falls. Bears, yeah, the bears not having a great of a time, honestly. They're being blocked by that big fat abomination, and they're just getting like completely destroyed by those frost worms and destroyers. Fanta kind of left his A-bomb there. He might be losing that one. Yeah, probably very difficult to get away from slow poison. I believe dust was just used there to catch any roaming shades. Unfortunately, shades were not following the army just yet. Demon Hunter is at level 4. I believe the Panda is at level 3. He is very close to the 4 himself. But I think at this point it is a pretty difficult situation to go farm any creep camps, because we only have one creep camp left, and that's the Murloc camp over there. So big fight. We already have a bear being taken out. Demon Hunter looks like he's being focused, but he will pop that invulnerability potion. He also has the rune braces, so it's not that easy to burst down the Demon Hunter with spells alone. We do hear a lot of Dryads being taken out, unfortunately. It doesn't look like it's looking too good for Xian here. He still has the Ankh on the Panda, so even if he does die, he might even transfer it over to the Demon Hunter, in fact, since the Demon Hunter is being focused down, but he is just going to get preserved instead. Panda, he would definitely love to get that level 4, even though level 4 doesn't really have much of a spike there. The Panda, even though he is going to get revived, he is just going to get taken down subsequently, so very unlucky for Xian there. And that's probably going to be game. 35 supply versus 71. Despite Xian having that expansion in the bottom right, I guess it was really good for Fanta to start producing like a low upkeep army, because Xian had to invest quite a bit of resources into starting that Tree of Life, and yeah, Night Elves kind of have a hard time anyway in late game against undead, so I would say that. I would say that pretty confidently, in fact. Demon Hunter, despite, you know, being pretty strong in himself, he is going to lose himself a base, and that is going to be a game. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this one. I will see you guys again in game 2 of this best of 3.